let's just read them from here. Okay, weight loss / fat shaming. Hey there, Billy Bassinet. I actually know what a bassinet is now. Congrats on pregnancy. And you and the lovely Neela will make pretty good parents. That's hilarious. I'm emailing you because I wanted to thank you and Joe Rogan for all of your shit. It enabled me to lose 120 pounds. That's a whole person. I started back in November of 2015. Dude, that's amazing. And I've kept it off and continued to get to my goal of 220 pounds. I was 357 when I started. He goes, that's a fucking plane. I think it's a gun, isn't it? 357 Magnum. Anyway, thanks for the shame and motivation, you freckled cunt. Good luck and best wishes to you and your growing family in 2017 and the coming years. Oh, and by the way, go fuck yourself in the best way possible. Think stranger. I don't know what that means. Anyways, oh, dude, that's great. I could use some advice because I've been, during the last few weeks, I should really say like the last 2 months of Nia's ordeal is what I'm going to call it, because it was not the pregnancy is a fucking ordeal. You're sick the first fucking third, and then there's this, eye of the storm the second trimester, and then it's just like, it's fucking horrible, If you don't have any sympathy for your wife during a pregnancy, you're not in love with her. You fucking married the wrong person. I could tell you that. So, anyways, yeah, I put on a little bit of weight. Nothing too crazy. I kept hitting the fucking elliptical, but I just kept making comfort food. And then what would happen was, she'd eat a little bit of it, sort of like it, and then all of a sudden would just be totally, for whatever reason, hormonally would be totally turned off by it like the next fucking day. And I made enough for 2 people, and I'm not going to throw it out. You know what I mean? So I got to finish it. I ate almost a whole shepherd's pie myself. This beef brajol, she was too heavy. She couldn't deal with it. So, you're supposed to have red meat a couple times a month. I've had it 4 times this week. So, but you know what? I finished the day with a salad. I never make myself salads either. I just never know what the fuck to put in them. You know what I mean? And I just started with basics, right? I go to the grocery store. This is what I've been doing lately. It's been working for me. Is I go there and I get that pre-washed fucking lettuce that they have in there, because, basically what happened. A few people had to die by unwashed fucking lettuce. Now they wash it up for us. So you get that shit. I get 3 different colored peppers, green, red, and the orange, right? I cut those fucking things up, cut up some cucumbers, throw all of that in a bowl. Then I got some tomatoes on the vine in a bowl outside the fridge and a little Parmesan cheese. And then I just have everything all chopped up and ready to go. Pre-shredded fucking Parmesan and all that. So then at night when I get hungry before I do something stupid, I just make a quick fucking salad, a little bit of the Paul Newman's fucking balsamic vinaigrette on it. I make a face like I don't want to fucking eat this. And then a couple bites in, you're into it. It's over. You get it going. It's like trying to fucking write a term paper back in the day. You kept putting it off. And then when you finally sat down, you just fucking did it. Same thing with eating a salad. I try to do that, if I'm going to eat past like 7 o'clock. I try to have that, and then I have like a scotch. It's the Ron Burgundy diet or whatever. All right, work meeting. Dear Billy Red Taint, there's a new one. The cunts I work with have tasked me to share an inspirational quote or poem during our bi-monthly team meeting. Cunts I work have asked me to share an inspirational quote or poem during our bi-monthly team meeting. Oh, my God. Well, if there's ever a sign you got to quit this fucking job. Personally, I'd rather tell them to go fuck themselves, but since this would be frowned upon, I find myself in need of your expertise. Do you have any inspirational quotes that you can share with me so that I can keep pretending that I'm not dead inside? Dude, you're not dead inside. What you are is you're an intelligent human being who knows that this is silly and you're sick of being treated like a fucking child. This is like some shit that like when I was still in school, and I had to sit there with my hands folded on my desk. Dude, I swear to God, the corporate world is so fucking cold and so out of touch with like how human beings even fucking work. Or they totally understand it, and this is how they just break your spirit. You know what it is you guys have these mind-numbingly boring fucking jobs, right? They probably don't pay enough money for you to be fucking excited by it. So now what they're going to try to do is have you, go out, and they won't even do it for you. They won't even come up with like a fucking, their own like little, like the Raiders, just win, baby. You know what I mean? The Cubs, let's play 2. They can't even come up with their own. This is their fucking job. Well, look, you know what you have to do, but what I would love you to do is write your own fucking poem where it all rhymes and you just trash in this thing, whatever the fuck this exercise is. What rhymes with cunts? Let's see. One of the most exciting plays in baseball is when a speedy hitter lays down a bunt. I am dead inside. I don't like this job. And certainly not working with you cunts. Consider this my last fucking day. Don't worry, I don't have a gun, but I would like to say, fuck all of you. And your mothers too. Now I'm out of a job. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then you just leave. Go out and get drunk. I don't know what to fucking... All right. Dog wins marathon. Hey, Billy, probably a dad. I am. I'm a father now, which means I now get to fucking act like I know things that people who don't have kids don't know, or whatever. You know, they do that. Oh, you don't understand. You don't understand. Your baby's looking in your eyes. Shut up. You didn't wear a condom, all right? That is your fucking big... That's what you did, all right? Stop acting like you walked on the moon. Oh, do you have a baby? Oh, my God. What is there, 12 billion of those fucking things? It's like saying you have a hat. All right, dog wins marathon. Hey, Billy, probably a dad. Thought you liked this story. But it's my hat. Thought you'd like this story. A dog left its house and started running a marathon and ran alongside runners and finished the whole thing. He finished 7th. Congratulations. Get the fuck out of here. Now I have to watch this video. He ran the whole fucking... No, he didn't. Ludivine ran the entire 13.1 miles without a leash or human companion. Okay, first of all, 13.1 miles is not a marathon. Oh, half marathon, sorry. See how the misinformation starts? He fucking called it a marathon, and then I start blaming CNN. Dog wins marathon. He won half a marathon. See, you already started the lie. Dog gives CPR after running a fucking marathon. Runners in Alabama may have bitten off more competition than they anticipated in a race earlier this month. All right, now it makes sense, because I was like, what kind of a fucking dog owner would leave his front door wide open and the goddamn thing just runs out? It runs fucking 13 miles away. Oh, obviously, somebody in Alabama. A dog finished in the top 10 in the Elkmont Half Marathon, the trackless train trek, on January 16th, and has been quite the internet sensation. What is a trackless train trek? There used to be train tracks there? Was this the Underground Railroad? Is how the slaves got out of there? Yeah, we let them, they escaped up this way, but we blocked it off. Now we just do a marathon. White people only marathon. I love how they act like I do it too. Like racist white people are only in the South. That's not true. We're everywhere. Ludivine, a bloodhound, lives nearby, and a bloodhound. Oh, I fucking love those. That's not a bloodhound. Oh, yes, it is. But when it runs, its face is all flying backwards, so it looks like a fucking retriever. That's one of my favorite dogs ever. Ah, God damn, it's making me miss my dog. All right, let's plow through this. Ludivine, a bloodhound, lives near. By the way, update on Cleo is the new owner sent me a fucking picture, and it was up on the couch, sleeping like a baby, loving life. Probably doesn't even remember us because it's a dog, and it lives in the fucking present. And so that was good to see. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, fuck. Anyways, she competed without a human or leash. Her owner doesn't even run. That's what makes the story. You know what? I don't like this story. I don't like this. This is one of these just like, let's just go, all together. There's a nice heartwarming story for everyone. All right, best man. Hey, Billy Bitch Tits. That's one of the most popular ones. You guys always call me that, Billy Bitch Tits. Is it the alliteration? I do push-ups. I don't have bitch tits yet. I recently proposed to my girlfriend. Congratulations. And we're getting married in December. Congratulations. And when my lady asked me who I wanted as my best man, I realized I wasn't close enough to anyone to ask them. I have friends and coworkers and family, but I'm not really close with them. Not enough to choose one best man anyway. So with that, is this a fucking pitch for a Hollywood movie? Didn't Kevin Hart is this a Kevin Hart movie? So with that being said, what are the chances of you showing up and being my best man? If not, can you get me in touch with Joe Rogan? Thank you. Where's your wedding going to be at? If I got a gig nearby, I'll fucking do it. I'll come down, whatever you need. Let me tell you something something that a lot of people don't know about Larry. Okay? Now this guy listens to the Monday morning podcast. Start doing the Madonna thing. I'll just start hyping my fucking podcast. That's what I'll do. I'm going to do the Madonna thing. I'm going to wear a beret. I was like, when I came here, I thought about blowing up this fucking reception area. Because I didn't like the cake. Why is the groom on the left? And not the people read from left to right. Why is it the lady first? Anyway, I don't know what the fuck. What I do, I don't know. Maybe I'd do that. I have no fucking idea. No, I'm not going to do it because then I have to go through the whole fucking ceremony. I got to present the ring and do all of that shit. I don't want to fucking do that. I barely wanted to be at my wedding. Even though I had a great time. That's what I learned about myself, too. I swear to God, what I fucking learned about myself is the level of social anxiety that I have, that the amount of big moments in my life that if I could just fast forward through them and get on the other side of them, I would gladly do it to not... I mean, after I have the experience, I always think like, well, what the fuck was I so, anxious about? And I actually, my wedding was one of the best nights of my life. But my wife went into labor and shit. I'm driving her over there and everything. And, there was that part of me was just going just thinking I hope this is over as quickly as possible. And that was like a selfish thought. It had nothing to do with I don't want my wife going through any more of this pain, which I definitely, that might've been the most emotional I got. Listening to her screaming in fucking pain was fucking brutal. Anyways, but I had this feeling if I could just hit fast forward and just be on the other side of this thing, I would do it in a second. And I've thought about that my entire fucking life. I never really realized I have this social anxiety with all of this shit. I just get fucking through it, get on the other side. I'm on the other side. I made it through. Nothing humiliating happened. Now I can fucking relax. I felt like that for the first probably 9 years of every stand-up show that I did. The level of relief that I had after. Once I got on stage, I would be fine. And then you're just doing your act. And then even if you're bombing or whatever, it's the clock has started. And with every second, it's closer. The event is closer to being over. You know what I mean? It's the waiting and not knowing. That's what is always fucking given me anxiety. The amount of stand-up shows that I've done and impossible situations that you go through as a comedian when you're coming up. For me, it was already over by the time I got on stage. Because now you just go out there and now you just deal with stuff and, you tell people to go fuck themselves or you plow through, or they get you and you look stupid and you feel like an asshole, but then you say goodnight and then it's over. And then you could just fucking relax. But when you're standing there, for me, when you're standing there at the side of the fucking stage waiting, or metaphorically, you know, going there. I mean, I don't know. I can't believe this was one of the craziest fucking weekends of my life. You know what I mean? From the Women's March to Donald Trump getting sworn in to the Patriots going to another fucking Super Bowl and becoming a dad. It was a hell of a 4 days, I can tell you that. And I don't know. And I'm very thankful, to be honest with you, no, all jokes aside, that I finally got to have that experience of becoming a dad, because it was getting to the point of like, I don't know if I'm going to get this experience. And it's weird. I feel like I lived my youth straight into my golden years. And now I'm the middle part. I'm just doing it. I was joking. I think I may even said this on podcast. I'm like living my life like a Tarantino movie where it's like completely out of sync. You know, John Travolta is walking by in the background. You know, the diner scene in Pulp Fiction. Am I ruining this? Do I still have to say spoiler alert, even though that fucking movie came out like 23 years ago? Anyways, that is the podcast for this week. Tune in to Jimmy Kimmel tonight. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to fucking talk about. All I know is I got the pre-interview coming up. What were some of the things you'd like to touch on? Huh? Well, can I do the cunt poem from my podcast? I don't think so. We shall see. We'll see how this one goes. I'm very excited. I've never done the Jimmy Kimmel show. And here's something. This is how cool that fucking guy is. I met him one time at, I think I was down at Lago, where I'm going to be, Bill Burr and Friends, on January 31st on La Cienega Boulevard, right down here in Hollywood. And he came down to the show to see somebody else, and I met him, and I started talking to him about how Bill Walsh wrote this book. You know, at the height of his, you know, just being like the Bill Belichick, Vince Lombardi guy of his era, he was approached to write a book on football, and he wrote he basically showed the outline, and he had diagram plays, and it was like you had to be a coach to understand the book. And the publisher or whatever, the company he was doing the book with, was basically like going, dude, you got to like, we can't put this book out. Like you got to be like a football coach to even understand any of this shit. How about some pictures of you with Joe Montana? How about some family stories and blah, blah, blah? And he was just like, no. You want me to write a book about football? This is it right here. And he just fucking put out this thing. So the book bombed as far as not making money with just regular Joes, like even myself, the amount of football that I watch. But amongst coaches, evidently, that book became like a Bible. And if you can find like a hardcover version, you find them on the internet. They go for like $300-400 or something like that. And whatever, I was telling Jimmy that story, and he was laughing. He thought, you know, it was funny or whatever. And I was joking, going like, you know, I want to actually get that book. Maybe I'll finally understand the cover 2 defense or whatever the fuck is, the nickel defense and that type of shit. So sure enough, like fucking 3 weeks later, I get this package from Amazon. It was from him, and he actually bought me the book. And I thumbed through it, dude. And I'm telling you, it's like you feel like you stole a team's playbook. So anyways, but I've never been able to do his show. Every time I try to do his show, like something would come up. So this is my first time doing it. And so tune in tonight. I'm hoping I'm going to go there and be able to repay him by being a little bit funny on his show. But once again, my new stand-up special, Walk Your Way Out, comes out January 31st on Netflix. Please tweet about it. Please let everybody know. And that's it. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I'll talk to you later. I'll check in on you on Thursday. All right, see you.